All right, guys, welcome back. We got a great episode for you tonight. You would not believe this, but it is the first week of October.
It
Happy
is?
October, everybody.
I
Happy
can't
October.
cheers you. Oh, that's not cheersing.
No, that's okay, though. Guess what? The reason why it's so awesome is because both of our birthdays are this week.
That's right.
Mine is October 5th, and yours is what? The 10th?
October 10th, I'll be 50 years old.
Yeah. You're not supposed to tell them that.
What do you mean? I'm already spilling stuff on me. This drinking helmet is great, except it sucks. But welcome to the Frenemy Show with Mike Steele and Doug O.
What's up, guys?
We're doing great, getting older but better, like fine wine. I'm going to be wearing this rum and coke device, which I've never used before, which doesn't work right.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
2 beers, 1 hat is what they call the video, if you haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what do you got? You got, looks like you have some Coca-Cola in there, and I hope there's some rum.
Yeah, but I'm going to be
those.
just wearing it is what's going to happen.
So you got 2 rum and cokes, and I'm drinking some soju.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know what soju is, try it out. It's pretty good stuff.
And Dougo brought up a good point. If we're talking about motivation and ambition, and I'm here looking like an idiot, spilling this stuff all over myself,
Yeah.
what does it have to do with it? So what I was saying is part of the point of the show, part of the point of life is to have some fun. And there's that great quote that you don't stop playing games because you grow old. You grow old because you stop playing games.
True.
When you stop having fun, when you stop being inspired, it looks like I'm talking into this thing. When you stop, that stuff when you were young and you played wiffle ball and you played video games and, you're in school and you have a few drinks and stuff like that, you can still do all that stuff. And you see all these guys, this thing's terrible, and they're strolling around their babies, they're walking with their wives, they're holding their kids. That's all great. That's all beautiful. That's all wonderful. It doesn't mean that you can't have some fun. It doesn't mean that you can't cut loose safely every once in a while.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that you can't be your own person. There's a great, great short video with Johnny Depp, who I'll always reference. And he's looking right in the camera and he says, people would love to be themselves, but they can't, because they got to fall in line with the person in front of them.
Yeah.
If that's the kind of way you want to live your life, I wish you the best. I'll be on the other side somewhere.
Sure.
And I think that Dougo and I are like that. You got to have some fun. You got to do crazy things that are safe. You've got to do interesting stuff. You got to make life grand and great and adventurous. You got to have spirit. You got to do a podcast when you turn 50 and wear, stupid shirts and spill alcohol all over yourself, as long as you're doing it responsibly.
Yeah, by the way, we are strong advocates of men not using straws because it looks unmanly, non-alpha, non-masculine. And yet here you are, 2 sodas, 1 hat, and a straw.
This is not a straw in terms of what you're talking about. When you watch a lot of movies, you watch TV shows, what that comes from is Ryan Gosling in Crazy Stupid Love with Steve Carell. And he's making fun of Carell, who's kind of a middle-aged guy who's not really, I guess, in charge of his manhood. And Gosling's young and good-looking and fit. He's got a great suit. He's got women all around him. And Carell's got the suit's too big. The haircut's not right. He's got the New Balance shoes. And he's trying to find that little straw. And, man, that bothers me. That stuck with me. And then whenever I see anything, I watch Jersey Shore, which is great. But you see Pauly D, who's like jacked up and muscular and he's fit and he's picking up all the ladies. He's trying to find this tiny straw. And then when you're in a bar or restaurant now, you see all these jacked up football guys, like 6'6". They're trying to find this tiny straw. I can't do it. So I get rid of the straw right away. This doesn't count, though. The double helmet is, how am I supposed to drink it? If you guys can figure it out, I'll drill a hole in the back of my head and it'll just go right in. That's probably not going to be a good idea.
Be great. A funnel of beer straight to your head.
For now, right? we'll just wear it and we'll grin and bear it.
So what we're getting at here is we're another year older, both of us. And every year you get older, you got to figure out how to get 1 year younger at the same time, right? So, always be closing, always be creative, always be designing, always be having fun, always be doing something interesting and stupid. always have a story to tell, right? Whatever you do, try to get a story out of it. Like today, what did we do today? We drove around in the Frenemies Corvette.
The Jean-Claude Vet-Damm.
Yeah, man.
It's been 3.5 years, a 3.5 year drought in terms of Corvettes for me. These are the problems you want to have, that you haven't had a Corvette in a couple of years. So
Yeah.
I was really jonesing for one. I finally saved up enough and planned. You want to do that right. You know, guys, this is a toy. It's not the most practical car. We are going to use it for the show. But, you know, you have to admit, if you're sitting down going over your finances with the wife or your partner and you're talking about this, it's not the greatest investment in the world.
Mm-mm.
But you got to have some fun. I love the car. We had so much fun in convertible today. I went to the DMV, and it was just a good time.
Speaking of the DMV, we all agree nationwide, worldwide maybe, that the DMV is hell on earth. It is the worst place to go. Surprisingly, though, we were there for, I think, 2.5 to 3 hours total because this idiot did not make an appointment. But anywho, there were a billion hot chicks at the DMV today. First time ever. Nonstop, all day long, people were walking in and out of the DMV, and at least half of them were chicks. And out of those, half of them were hot. So 25% of the people in DMV today were hot. Very strange. They had to be a bunch of demons. They had to be a bunch of angels, something. I'm not sure what's going on, but it was very entertaining, to say the least.
I'm happily married to my wife, the most beautiful woman on earth, so I didn't see any of this stuff. That was all Doug O. I just
Well, you were in line trying to get the custom license plate.
Yeah, we got the custom plate, which is necessary for the toy in the driveway, the midlife crisis toy. But again, you need to do this sort of stuff. You know, we were just at the mailbox coming home. I should have revved it up. I didn't think of it. There's a couple of kids there staring at the car, taking videos and pictures. That's the whole point. It's cheesy and stupid and showing off. It's also aspirational. They see that, man, look at that. How do you do that? I'd like to have that. Look at those guys. You know, it's not like their family or their dad is less than. It's nothing like that. It's like, why not? You know, man, I'd love to do that. Can we do that? Can we, you know, I might rent the thing out.
It was also a teaching moment. We were teaching them how to be men.
That's right.
Right?
Well, what's funny is
subconsciously, right? Subconsciously.
What's funny is Doug O and I were talking about it. You have two guys in a car, and it looks like we're dating.
Yeah.
We saw two women walking, and nobody would think anything of that. No judgment. Everybody's equal on the Frenemy show.
It's all good.
Yeah, but when Doug and I walking our dog, my dog, it looks like we're a couple.
Yeah, you're carrying the poop in the bag.
I know. It's just there's nothing. So you know, but we're in a Corvette, which helps. No, but it helps though. It's a muscle car. It's a sports car. If it was something tinier, you know, like
if it were my car,
Miata or something like that, they're like, those two are married. They went to Massachusetts to get a civil union going. You know, but it's all good. But it's so much fun driving around. The whole point, I like to be flashy. People are going to stare at you. We're going to put Killing It Carl, where is he? On the door, and we're going to put some more stripes and things. It's going to be the most noticeable car. You'll be seeing it around town.
Check it out on the website.
Some skeletons in there. It's going to be fabulous. You know, you got to
Halloween, definitely
have a good time. What? What?
Soju's gone. Now on to the Buzzballs. Again, we're not related to any of these people. We're not advertising for them. We just like to drink. We're having a good time. We're telling you what we're drinking. Simple as that.
And we did get a lot done today. So it's not just drinking all day, every day.
Yeah, very productive.
Yeah.
DMV, saw a million hot chicks, checked the mail, went to lunch, went to snacks, went to dinner.
Went to lunch and dinner,
Started drinking.
Got some scratch offs.
Scratch offs. We broke even on scratch offs.
$200.
Nice.
Doug O and I have like a different view. I think if you spend $200 on scratch offs and then you win 200, you won 200.
Yeah.
Because the money
you just made your money back.
The money's gone already. You've already gambled it. You can't return those. So I think whatever you win, that's the gain. Because it's, you know, that's just the way I see it.
Again,
Let
if you
you
spend
open
200 and you only make 200, you broke even. That's 100% return on investment, supposedly. Some people say it's 50, some people say it's 200. Depends on how you calculate it. But we spent 200, made 200 back, you know, zero money lost. So we broke even.
Yeah. All right. Well,
You
Doug
know,
and I have different ways of doing the economics of
I'm
it.
more mathematical and you are a dreamer.
I'm a garden variety psycho, is what I'd like to say. But Duggo was there last time we got a Corvette. So he's the Corvette guy. He's
Yeah.
the Corvette
We
buddy.
went to Coco to pick up the white one.
Yeah, a couple years ago. And this guy, this Ukrainian guy delivered it this morning. It was so cool. I videotaped it and it was great.
Did you give him a kiss?
Yes, I got a photo with him. But he had my original dream car. He had a 96 Acura NSX in that enclosed hauler and a bunch of other stuff. A 68 Camaro. He had a Yamaha bike.
Tell us about the Acura. Did somebody just buy it or what?
Yeah. So he's delivering the NSX.
Yeah, if any of you out there have an old NSX, we're interested.
Yeah,
Give us a
they're
call.
like 100 bills.
Well, not if it's wrecked. I can fix them up, and he likes to drive them when I fix them. So
Yeah, exactly. But good times, Sports cars are super fun. You got to enjoy yourself. We got the 50th birthday party coming up on this Friday. Got to have some fun. You get family and friends. That's what it's all about. You get together.
You enjoy it.
You ever see the movie Coupe de Ville? You got together.
We're Fast and the Furious, right? They have the barbecue in the backyard.
Yeah, they have the bar. Don't get me started on the Fast and the Furious.
I live my life.
Live my life a quarter pounder at a time. I got to get my Vin mid-grade mask. Unbelievable. Dude, Vin Diesel is so interesting. I mean,
he's awesome.
What an impressive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Super fit. His story of his career, nobody would hire him. And so he was in a journalism class, and he was kind of getting out. He'd been an actor and performer his whole life, breakdancer, and he wasn't making any money, so he had to survive journalism class. And they had their assignment was write your obituary, and so he writes an actor, performer, all these, won awards and celebrated and box office this and great addition to the movie industry. He's like, what am I talking about? I'm in a journalism class.
Yeah.
And so he said, I'm in the wrong room. So he quit, raised a bunch of money, couple of weeks, hired people, started filming a couple of different movies that he made, wrote, directed. You hear a lot of stories like that, like Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, Good Will Hunting, where nobody would hire them, so they wrote their own material.
Well, that's where you get your motto from, right? It's not really a motto. That's the wrong word, but you're always like, just do it. Just make it happen. Just do it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
No one would hire them, so they just did it. They did it themselves. No ifs, ands, or buts. Every one of you out there, every one of us on this planet, we're all the same. We're all human. For the most part, we're all equal. 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 brain, 2 eyes, all this stuff, right? We all have the same exact capabilities within reason, right? Like I can't go, dunk a basketball. I'm not 8 feet tall, all that stuff, right? But I can still play basketball. I can still make money off of basketball. I can still start a basketball business of some sort, right? It's all related. We can all just do it, just make it happen. We were talking earlier about that gap. There's a gap between getting started and a gap between making it happen. And you were talking about digging a ditch. What movie was that from, or what example was that from?
I might have made that one up. The idea is this. If you take 100 scoops a day in your backyard with a shovel, in a year you'll have a pool.
Yeah.
Okay. The neighbor's going to look at you funny. Your wife's going to look at you funny, your kids. But in a year you'll have a pool. And if the neighbor, the idea is like Art Williams, the guy from Primerica, the Just Do It guy. He says the people who are very bright, they try and figure it out. So the guy next door is going to try and get you to dig the pool for him, or try and get his kids to dig it. Or he's going to, try and figure out if his buddy has a excavator or something. He's never going to get to it.
He's never going to pick up the shovel.
You just have to do it.
Just pick up the shovel and start.
All right. And Doug and I, one of the things why we have the Frenemy show, we have different views on stuff like anybody does. I think anything is possible. Absolutely anything within reason. You just have to get going. And there are people who have so many options. There are people who have higher education, tremendous contacts, access to lots of wealth, And then there are people who don't. But anywhere you are on that line, you can do it. You can figure it out. You just have to get started.
And this actually happens between us quite a bit. Something will come up and we'll start to figure it out. And you say, screw it. And you just dive in and start doing it. And while you're doing it, I keep thinking about it until I come up with that solution. And I say, hey, what about this? And you're like, yeah. And then we switch over and do that. So you get us started instantly. And then I bring us over into the more efficient, easier, whatever method. And it works out pretty well. But no matter what, if you weren't there to get us started, right, we would never actually start. You know?
This is true. That's why they have those great quotes. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. The most important thing, get all the quotes and intellectual crap out first, because after you have a 3 or 4 or 7 rum and cokes, it's all going to be nonsense and just idiocy.
Yeah, it happens.
But it's so true. Just get started. Just get started. No New Year's resolution. You start now. Yeah. You start today. And you don't rest on your laurels. I don't even know what that means. What I mean is I got the car.
Done.
I plan to get the car.
Done.
The studio. We got it. Next. Done. What's next? Everything's next.
Check,
Lights
check,
under
check,
the
check.
car.
Yep.
Put the car up for rent. Market it. Advertise it. Start making money off it as an asset. Put our information on it. Go to all the local car shows. Start handing out merch. Throw up the doors. Put the skeletons in there. People are going to photograph it. There's QR code to get to the show. You never stop. You just keep going. If you look at your Instagram followers and you have 100, and then this other celebrity, has 10 million, you'll get there to that 10 million, but you've got to start.
Yeah.
All right. And then you'll have exponential growth at some point. You have to be in it to win it. You got to fake it till you make it. You've got to believe it. It's like faith. I know I can do it. I know it.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. And I'm going to do it. And the other thing I'm going to do is get a can, one that says rum,
one that says Coke,
and then one that says Coke, because the whole bit isn't perfect. And we need to redesign this.
You also look like an idiot sitting there holding the straw.
I know I look like an idiot, but I don't mind looking like an idiot.
Yeah.
The whole point of the car was super flashy. Everybody's going to stare at us. It looks different than any other Corvette out there. Yeah. And it's going to look even more different once we start adding to it. It's going to look silly, and that's why I want it.
And 2 dudes have already hit on us and complimented the car today. 0 chicks so far. But, yeah, people are hitting on us already because of the car.
That's true. Yeah, I did.
It's been interesting.
It was upsetting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were eating ice cream at the time when the guy said it, too.
Yeah, he said that. That's so.
2 dudes in a convertible eating
so
ice cream.
Fire. No, he's talking about I can't get into that phrase. And the only time I'm going to say it is when I'm repeating it. I don't get that one. That's so fire. I guess that's a young people thing, like off the chain. Like we used to say, all right.
Yeah.
Or,
it's cool, dude.
That's chillin' or whatever. My uncle used to call people jabronis.
Oh, that's a good one.
So I guess doohickey, my mom would say. I guess that's how it works. You're not going to be up on the zeitgeist or the nomenclature of what the kids are saying.
Well, here's the deal.
Not that I want to be.
He said fire, and we understood what he was saying.
I knew what he was
saying. If he would have been 10 years younger, we would have been like, what the hell did he just say?
Yeah.
Because the language now, I can't even say the words, let alone
we need to come up with our own.
Okay.
Like, that's so Scully.
No, that's cool.
I don't know. We'll come up with something better than that crap. But the point is, guys, and Doug brought up a point. He's like, one of the things we're going to talk about on this show is finance, is financial literacy, is education, is investing. Who's going to take you seriously? Look, just because you got a guy in a suit with a degree on the wall doesn't mean they know anything, doesn't mean they're honest, doesn't mean they're motivated or ambitious.
It's true.
Doesn't mean they're capable.
And also, he's probably snorting Coke on the weekends and wearing that hat on Sundays, right?
That's probably true. He invented this hat.
Mm-hmm. That's how he
and his wife and dog all wear this hat.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great, though. Your dog would love it.
We'll get one for Roy.
Yeah.
For P. Pitty. So the point is, guys, that you practice what you preach and you show it.
Mm-hmm.
So you see the car. So you see the studio. So you see us out at events. And I've got all the things that we've done, the assets listed on the website.
Check
Why?
it out.
To show you where we're going, what the plan is, and how to get there.
Even the weight loss journey.
The weight loss journey. Which
I'm down 30 pounds. Where are you at?
I'm not down any pounds. I'm not up any pounds though.
That's good though. But you've been to the gym 3 days in a row?
3 days in a row, man. I'm
That's
pumping
great
iron.
until today was what day?
No, I went this morning.
Today was
like
cheat day,
food
you said.
cheat
You
day.
said today
No, but I
was
went
cheat day.
this morning to the gym. I'm going to go to the gym every day for the rest of my life. There's no reason not to go to the gym. I live 50 yards from the gym. There's zero reason to not go.
Yeah.
I can't think of any reason.
Well, there's one reason that bugs me every time I go. So I do a lot of CrossFit, and every chick at every CrossFit gym is stronger than every dude there. It's the strangest thing. Every guy goes into CrossFit, and they're like, holy cow, I didn't know girls were this awesome. It's scary, and it's hot all at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, it pushes me to work out harder so that I can feel more manly, because I don't feel manly when I see them doing twice as much weight as me.
No, I
It's
know
crazy.
what you're saying.
It's crazy.
You know, that's tough. That's a difficult thing.
But at least I'm not wearing some stupid hat with
You're right. You gotta just, I'm going to be wearing
two Cokes
this
in
thing.
a row.
What?
But I'm drinking a little fuzzy
You're
bubble.
just jealous. He's just jealous of.
I am.
Oh, this is a disaster.
I prefer rum and coke over Buzzballs and soju.
No, because I sort of finished
But
it.
soju is delicious. I love it.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Soju is like the ghetto drink in Korea that costs like 50 cents and everyone gets wasted on it. But over here, it's like $6 a bottle.
I guess I sort of finished these.
Yeah, man, you did good. You were sucking on that straw like a champ. If you know what I mean.
That's not a straw. Look at me. Look like I'm sweating.
Yeah.
But you got to get to the gym. You got to work out. You got to drink water. You got to
play
spend,
racket sports.
You got to spend time with your family.
The data shows if you play racket sports like pickleball, you'll live 7 years longer than all these other losers out there not playing pickleball. So, ladies and gentlemen, play some pickleball or tennis or badminton, whatever, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Pickleball preferred because that's the new latest craze, and you'll see me out there playing it.
Yeah.
We can hang out in Orlando.
If you see me playing pickleball, you'll also see I'm wearing my pickleball suck shirt.
It's true, he does.
So this is the hard line. Electric vehicles stink, and so does pickleball.
Wait a minute.
So I'm going to make fun of both of those forever.
No, I can't let that slide.
Yeah.
Every person who says electric vehicles suck, I have to point out that every vehicle on the planet is electric. If you don't believe if you don't believe me, give me some scissors and let me or bolt cutters and let me take that battery out of your car.
It's a vehicle without an internal combustion engine. The V8, when you start it, that cold start sounds like America. It's amazing stuff. That electric, quiet car.
It's good
like
shit.
having a dog who doesn't bark. You know, it's like having
everybody wants that.
You know,
everybody wants a dog that
doesn't make any sounds.
Nobody wants that. We all want the woman that makes sounds.
I guess so, but no.
Only if she's in a good mood, though.
If you can do it, you got to get some horsepower.
Yeah.
I remember being at Hungry Howie's, and there was a guy in the parking lot with his 3 or 4 kids from soccer practice getting pizzas, and he had his Dodge Charger Hellcat. He had a 4-door with 707 horsepower. That was cool.
I'm listening.
Still could get the kids to and fro.
What if you have an electric car that makes that sound? And you can change it when you want. You can change the sound when you want.
Man. You can't have the fake noise.
Yeah. So today it's a V8. Tomorrow it's a V12. Today it's a Ferrari. Tomorrow it's a Ford. Oh, come on, man.
This is what I would say.
It's good stuff. Don't get me wrong. I like a nice big engine car for sure. But I'm just saying they're all electric anyway, and you can still have the sound.
You can't handle the V8. You can't handle the horse. That's exactly right. I got to poke the eyes out.
Yeah, there's no eyes out.
And I got to work on my impressions.
Yeah, that was a bad what's his name, Jack Nicklaus?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Jack Nicklaus who was in The Shining, and was also a scratch golfer. It's Nicholson. The hell?
Do some Stallone here. I want to hear your Stallone.
Stallone?
I imagine it's
you got to poke the eyes out. I got Sandler here.
I'm imagining they're going to be horrible.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Yo, hey.
Hey, yo, Adrian.
Huh? What?
Dude,
you go back and forth.
I could watch the Rocky trilogy back.
You can't handle the right hook. Hey, yo, hey, put down the X. Hey. It could be worse, right?
It could be a lot better. A lot better. No, it's not bad.
I was not raised in a barn.
Who's that guy?
It's Dr. Phil.
What? I see it with the picture, but not with your voice. Try again.
Try
Try again.
again.
Yeah, try again.
What?
No, let me hear it. Let me hear it. I wasn't
He's
ready.
got all those weird sayings like, a lizard in an outhouse is not as good as 2 hens in your butt.
But that's okay. That's not bad.
See,
That's all right.
that's
That's
not
all right.
too bad.
I'll give you that one.
Well, we got
Sandler?
Sandler
Do
here.
Sandler. Do Sandler. Forget the eyes. Just do it.
Yabba-doo! Hello!
I think anybody could do Sandler if you just be like,
Yeah.
What's up?
It's stupid.
It's like one step away from Bill Cosby.
He's amazingly talented. Where's Mike Cosby?
Dude, he's one step away from Bill Cosby. Zoobity doo jello. Right?
Yeah,
Come
you
on.
could mix them up.
Yeah.
You can handle a great ass.
Ah.
Yeah, these are fun.
Godfather
Man.
was a great movie.
That was Heat. Yeah, don't go to Doug O for movie quotes and
Great
stuff.
movie.
Go to me and go to Nick Cage. I got this amazing pillow.
Gone in 60 Seconds. I love
I
it.
couldn't resist it.
Yeah.
I see this on people that just stop what they're doing. I could have been holding a baby.
Listen, we're
I
okay.
would have put her down.
We're okay with whatever you're into
get
here on
Nick.
Frenemies, but you're clearly into dudes and shiny
No, this is Nick
sparkly
Cage.
pillows.
You ever see Cage Rage?
But it's Nicolas Cage, and it's a sparkly.
I need a Nick
glittery,
Cage mask. You
pillow.
remember Honeymoon in Vegas? She lives in a shack.
Should I tell your wife that you're having issues?
Gotta get out of here.
I'm gonna tell your wife that you like sparkly pillows. You'll never catch me with a sparkly pillow.
Whatever, dude. We'll see what happens tonight.
Nick Cage is cool though. I love Gone in 60 Seconds, man. I love it.
Finally, you got a movie reference right. He's like, man, I love
the original movie.
I loved Nick Cage in The Nightmare Before Elm Street with Robert De Niro. And you know who was great?
Charlie Sheen.
Al Pacino and Schwarzenegger in Frozen. It's just
Yeah, I don't care about any of these people. They're just dudes doing their job, you know? They just happen to have a cooler job than I do.
Doug Oliver. He's like,
know?
you remember when Yoda was on an episode of Friends?
Yeah.
Oh, Rachel, you should marry Ross.
Ross is a tool.
He is?
I don't know, man. Joey was funny.
I don't know, man.
I always liked that what's her name had her nipples hard all the time. It's like that was her calling card, I think. I think there's like a whole documentary on her nipples.
Who, Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't watch that show. I can't watch canned laughter shows. I just can't do it. I don't care if each one of the Kardashians are naked in my bed
I don't
with
find
me,
them that attractive.
especially Bruce. I am not
Dun,
watching
dun, dun.
Friends and these shows like, what is it, the Big Bang Theory? That's not a porno? Come on. I mean,
Yeah. It's funny,
the setup
but it's not.
jokes and the canned, oh, come on. She would have to be scalding hot, and
Back
there'd
to-
have to be 5 of them.
Back to Friends, though. I love that cat song, man, that Phoebe makes. Oh, the cat song is great.
Sound or song?
Song, S-O-N-G, the cat song.
I don't know
The
anything
Smelly
about
Cat
Friends.
song. Come on.
I know that, in our Corvette, the Jean-Claude Vet-Damm, that Van Damme was on an episode of Friends because he was like A-list.
He was, yeah.
Back then.
Him and Aniston were talking in that episode.
Oh, well, no.
He was like a military dude.
Yeah, well, he's acting in New York City. I'm so upset that I know this. And this
Yeah.
just blows.
You're not gay or
Yeah,
anything.
it just blows the whole thing I said about never watching that stupid show. Is I saw that episode. So he's on a set in New York City, and Aniston gets Courtney Cox to go over and say, "Hey, Van Damme, my friend over here is into you. She's very cute." And Van Damme says to Courtney Cox, "Tell your friend over there that her friend is really cute." So exactly what happened is that Courtney Cox goes home with Van Damme and is counting ceiling tiles,
Nice.
and Jennifer Aniston's over there with her glass cutters, alone. Maybe she was hanging out with Al. Hooah!
I'm still trying to figure out how Jennifer Aniston and Charlize Theron are like single and having issues with getting men. You know what I mean? It's a touchy subject.
Well, I could explain it. Relationships are extremely complicated.
Yeah.
And if you're two regular people, not that I'm an expert, but I've had a tremendous amount of therapy. If you're two regular people, a relationship is very challenging. Relationship is not martinis, martinis on the beach. Not many people are going to do that. Margaritas on the beach in
Margaritas,
Jamaica.
yeah,
It's flat tires. If somebody lost a job, it's the mother's sick. It's the dog has a problem. It's I lost my job. I hurt my knee. That's what it is. The kids have an issue. That's a relationship. And then you're there for each other. and you get to the good times.
Well, the
Okay.
thing is with celebrities, you bang the celebrity, but you wake up with the normal chick. So
I don't know if that's it.
she wakes up and she farts, or she wakes up and her hair's messed up and no makeup, or not perfect lighting, or her character on the show is like, I love this, this, and this, but the next day, they wake up and they're like, I don't like that at all. It's just for the show. So you fall in love with the movie star, the character, not the person. I think that's what's happening to them.
I was literally just ignoring everything Doug said. No,
It happens.
this is what I think. Relationships are so challenging
They are.
to begin with. You have to have people who are so grounded, so committed. You're not going to give in to any temptation. You're not even going to entertain it.
Yeah.
You're a team. You're working on this together, and that's all facets. That's very hard. Then you have people, movie sets, tremendous temptation, gone for months at a time.
Yeah.
Tremendous amount of income disparity. This person's getting $25 million a film, and you're making $50,000, every 6 months.
Dude, that's working for Spider-Man.
That's probably true.
And his girlfriend.
Well, she's making more than him, I bet.
Well,
right?
no, she was until like last year, and now
Zendaya?
now they flip-flop.
I saw that Dune movie with her and Timothy Chalamet. I don't know.
I didn't like it. Her outfit.
Maybe I'm getting old. I didn't like her in the role.
Yeah,
I
it
just
didn't
think
work.
she's like a kid. And him too. He's so tiny. I just didn't buy it. And it was entertaining. It was pretty good. But, the celebrity relationships, I can't imagine how difficult that is with so much time apart, the temptation. They don't have day jobs, so then they'll have weeks and weeks and weeks together, and that has got to be tough. So
I personally think they should all be single because they're basically spies. They're constantly learning new techniques and new tricks to do in these movies. And in every movie, they're banging or kissing somebody.
Well,
And
that's
that
it's funny you
strains
say
the
that.
relationship.
It's
a
funny
lot.
you say that. Like Brad Pitt goes and does Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie.
Great movie.
And
oh my God.
You think Jennifer Aniston read that script and let him go do that?
No, she was pissed.
Here's the thing.
She was pissed, for sure.
Look at George Clooney, who marries Amal Clooney, who's a human rights lawyer and activist. Okay?
he married
Now,
Amal Clooney.
George Clooney, Amal Mujahideen or something. Anyway, it's like Tom Cruise and Penelope Cruz.
Yeah.
Okay, you haven't seen him, Clooney, who used to be rolling around with all these different women. You haven't seen him anywhere near a naked woman. He claims, and I looked it up, he's getting older. He doesn't want to be that creepy guy. My ass. He's just a responsible guy. I bet he didn't even discuss that with her. He just said, I'm done with that. No making out with women. She's got a international reputation to uphold. She's not an actress. And he said, I'm done with that. I don't need it. Ben Affleck was married, and then he does Gone Girl, and he's there with Emily Ratajkowski, the hottest chick on earth, like grabbing on her breasts and stuff like that. I'm sure that didn't go over well with J-Lo or Jennifer Garner or one of the other Jennifers he's dating.
Ooh, Jennifer Garner, wow.
But Clooney stepped out and he said, no, I'm done with all that nonsense. And he's got the kids with her, and that seems like a class act.
So he's being a good man. Good for him.
Yeah, but one of the things I don't like about Clooney is he's helping, over in Darfur, him and his dad over there.
What
like
is that?
It's some country and everything. Not that people don't deserve help or have needs. There's a lot of problems here. I don't like when celebrities or people of tremendous wealth, especially like a Bill Gates, we have so many problems in the United States. You are from here. You made your money here. You have your residences here. Spend your money here to help the people here.
Isn't he buying up property in order to make like fake meat in order to kill us or some nonsense?
He probably is. But what I'm saying is, why are you helping this genocide? There's genocide here. You got plenty of people. You got kids.
Well, we don't
no
know the
parents.
truth. We don't know the truth.
No, but I'm saying there's enough problems here. Work on the problems here.
We don't know. That's what I'm saying. We don't know if he is.
Well, but
I don't hang out
just
with
work
him
on the problems
Friday
here.
night. You know what I mean?
You don't?
He and I are not.
You don't hang out with them like I hang out with Denzel?
He and I are not at meetings
They call
discussing his work. You know what I mean?
They call me the white Denzel.
Yeah, okay. I don't get it.
I specifically stated I got to work on my Denzel.
So what's her name that we were talking about
All
earlier?
right, okay. I found it, huh? What?
What's the girl we were talking about earlier where I said I wish she would redo the movie where she was younger and naked, but now she's older, and I just still want to see her naked.
I have no idea what you're
She's
talking about.
Spanish. She's
Oh,
hot.
Salma Hayek.
Wow. Yeah, it's not like I'm having meetings with Salma Hayek discussing Bill Gates.
You better not be, because that would be a problem if you don't invite me.
We are asking, we're asking him to, like, where do you make your money? What are you doing? What's your Friday night look like?
I just watched 54, the movie, the film about Studio 54, the nightclub
That's
in
fun.
the 70s with
Fun
Salma
movie.
Hayek.
Yeah.
Maron.
Yeah, she's great.
Yikes, dude. That club, if I could go back in town, I would go there. What a mecca. Everybody was there. Stallone, Michael Jackson, Jack Nicholson, Liza Minnelli. Every one of the stars were there like 6-7 nights a week for several years. What debauchery and insanity. That must have been so much fun.
Dude, Michael Jackson is so intriguing to me, but at the same time, I could care less.
Which Michael Jackson? How many noses ago?
Well, like, sure, his skin changed color. I get it. It happens, right?
It wasn't the skin,
but like,
the noses.
He had so much money. He had what I call giraffe money, to where he could literally call someone and say, listen, I want a giraffe with 32 spots.
Yeah.
And someone's like, they don't have 32 spots. And he's like, I don't care. Find one with 32 spots on it. But then I look at him and I'm like, what's up with your nose? What's up with your cheeks? What are you doing? You look like Liza Minnelli.
Well, he had a body dysmorphia, and I think he had vitiligo, so he was trying to have one skin color. But there's a really interesting looking model.
Dude. I bet he was a really
well, he seemed to be quite intelligent, especially musically, dancing, performing, all that stuff. But he was headed in the wrong direction. I mean, he couldn't even go to sleep on his own.
His dad beat him or something,
Yeah, I mean, he had problems.
It all goes back to parental issues. It sure does.
Yeah, this is true. What
are you doing?
No, wouldn't be a good parent.
This guy's playing with toys over here. Check this out.
This guy here.
Adult toys. Look out, ladies.
This Hannibal Lecter.
Ooh, good one.
Would not have been a good parent. I'll help you catch him, Clarice.
What if they remade this with a chick? Because they're redoing everything to be more gender whatever,
Let's have some buzzballs with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
So, like, they're going to probably redo this with what? A black trans lesbian woman with wheels for feet
You're
or something?
probably right, dude.
Yeah.
But the important
thing,
good
movie, though.
I need to get a Quint mask. Uba drives the boat, Chief.
Jaws, 50th anniversary.
Jaws, man. Went to see Jaws 50th.
Jaws is a great movie. It still, to this day, has me looking in swimming pools for sharks before I jump in.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I
do the same thing.
Ridiculous.
Would you do that thing where you sit in the ocean or a lake or something and you watch the movie in an inner tube?
In Florida, no, because there's alligators everywhere.
Some cash. I'd do anything for a certain amount of money.
I got $20.
No, it'd have to be like 10 grand. Well,
I got 10
once
grand.
you start making more money,
when
you're a kid and you'll jump off a tall, jump off a big deck for $10.
You'll break your ankle for a soda.
So then, exactly. And then, as you get older, it's like I'm at the 10,000 level. If I was going to bungee jump, that's about 10,000. I did go skydiving when I was 18.
I don't get bungee jumping. Why would you tie something to you and then jump and have the force of gravity and that rope yank you? And like, does it make you an extra 6 inches taller? Like, what's the point of that?
It might. It's like Mike Tyson. I need a Mike Tyson mask.
But you mentioned
it looks like I'm roasting hot dogs.
You mentioned jumping out of a plane. I would never do that. But I would totally do squirrel diving.
I don't know what you just made that up.
You put on the squirrel suit and you jump off the side of a cliff.
Oh, come on. That's so much more dangerous.
But I would totally do that over skydiving.
Well, maybe.
How weird is that, right?
That is weird.
It's not called squirrel diving. That's just what I call it. What's it called? It's
Hey, I know that now, okay?
I don't know what it's called. You and your stupid feminine pillow.
I gotta work. My impressions are terrible.
Your wife is going to be making out with that pillow, not you. You better be careful.
You're probably right. I'm done with all that Daredevil stuff. If I'm going any sort of speed, I want to be behind the wheel. I'll drive the car. I'll get it up to 100 maybe, but that's about it.
Talk about Daredevil. We were doing like 35 in a convertible.
Well, I was on the phone.
and
I had the windows up. I was trying to hear the other person.
We had a good time though, but it was fun.
Yeah,
It was a nice day.
We'll get to the carousing and we'll get to all that later.
I'll have 32 hookers hanging out of the back of it when nobody's looking. Yeah.
They're going to have to be a foot tall each for you to make that happen.
Speaking of that, I went to this place the other night where they were doing dances and stuff.
This place.
Rachel's in Altamont.
This place called Smachel's.
I went there once in college. Haven't been there in like 25 some years.
He's a part owner. He gets his mail there.
I went in, and so this is all new to me because I'm coming off of a divorce, right? I never did this stuff when I was married because that would be wrong. And so I went to this one place, and dude, the chicks were like, "Here's my Instagram, here's my OnlyFans,
like
here's my number." They were all business, and I was
Business.
like, ladies, you're taking the fun out of this. You're too professional. And the one girl was like, "I'm even getting a breast reduction because it hurts my back." And I'm like, wow.
That's some sort of a crime.
I'm like, holy cow, these girls know
That's
what they
probably
were
illegal
doing.
in 46 states.
It was very interesting how
lower
smart they
48.
were.
Well, hey, that's cool, man. I
I was
haven't
super
been to
proud
one
of
of
them.
those joints in a while.
Yeah. They're not really worth going to, but they're fun every now and then when you're a single guy. And ladies, it doesn't happen the way you think it happens in your brain. Not in Florida anyway. There's lots of
It's
rules.
funny. I'm a contractor, so I could probably get away with it. Like the stripper pole broke or the ATM's not working.
Yeah.
I wrote a joke about that. I'm like, if strippers need to do two things well, they need to strip and they should be able to repair ATM machines. Because if the ATM machines all break, then what's the point of the whole deal?
I want a stripper with a change belt. You know the one where you go.
Yeah, I haven't
with your
seen one
thumb?
of those
Yeah.
in years.
I want a change belt on.
I remember I used to manage a restaurant, and then after I quit that job, I saw one of the waitresses at a local strip joint a long time ago
Before you got married.
Yeah. I haven't been to one since.
Speaking of which, here in Florida, when one closes, a new one does not open.
Yeah, so there's
I'm
only
trying
so
to
many.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So guys, if you're single, go there and please give them your money so that they will stay open. Because when they close, a new one does not come back.
You know, we always say you should support the strippers because cocaine and abortions are not free. Okay? They need your help. They need some Taylor Sniff.
Yeah. Strippers are fun. But it costs money.
What's that movie?
It's not worth it.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I bet you think strippers like you too.
That's a great movie.
That is such
It's
a
a great
good flick.
I love it when he's when the guy's like, look at him over there. He's about to fart, and he lifts his leg. And
No,
that's great.
Dude,
That's great.
You and the movie references.
That's great.
That's from I Love You Man.
That's great.
What's a different movie? This is once again. He's like. You remember when Sandler and Dr. Phil were in Selena with J-Lo? You know, Dr. Phil was playing bongos and Sandler was a roadie. I'm like, no, I don't remember because it didn't happen.
You remember that movie Jaws where there was like an airplane?
Like Jaws.
And a boat and had spies.
Bill Cosby was in Jaws and he had a harpoon. And then you had Samuel L. Jackson was the boat mechanic. And then who was Jamie Foxx was the cop. He got Black Jaws over here.
Which movie did you say?
That'd be a good movie.
You said Forgetting Sarah Marshall?
Well, it doesn't matter what I tell you.
No,
You're like,
I need to know. What movie?
you remember Celine Dion was in The Godfather. I'm like, no!
What movie did you say?
Doesn't matter. You're not going to know.
What movie was it?
He's not going to know. See what I got to put up with?
You remember that James Bond movie where
Yeah.
Pee Wee Herman was driving?
There, now you're getting the gist of it. Yeah, he's like, remember Stallone and Schwarzenegger, huh? We're on that episode of Malcolm in the Middle, and they were arm wrestling.
Dude, Malcolm in the Middle is a great race car
Yo.
driver. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Dude, he's doing awesome. Good for him.
Yes.
Good for him.
He's probably got a name.
He's like a race car driver now.
So his name's Malcolm in the Middle.
Dude, his name. I don't know him. He's just some dude with a job. I don't keep up with that stuff.
That's true. It's tricky with those child actors. I mean, what do they do later? That's
He's got a hot wife too, I think.
That's got to be. That's exactly what you should do. My cousin Larry told me that. He said, "Get a hot wife," and I'm like, "All right, I'll go do that." And I did that.
It's like, check it off the list.
Just check it off the list. Get the midlife crisis sports car. I still haven't broke 500 horsepower. All right, so here we go. Here's the world's smallest violin playing for me. I still have not had more than 500 horsepower for some reason.
Well,
The Vet, I think, is 490, and I think if you have Z51 package, it's 495. So I'm probably at 490 horse.
we can change that with like
Yeah, you
one
can-
filter,
I don't wanna-
one air filter.
I'm going to change too much, and I don't need it. That stuff that
We'll
I
put that 93 gas.
I am
in.
so fortunate. Look, I'm so fortunate to have the car, but I'm so fortunate.
I'll just push it.
I don't have any of that stuff that tuning it. I could do it too. I can work on cars. But taking it apart and adding horsepower and change, I don't take it to the dyno. That was Doug. I'm fortunate I don't have any of that stuff. So I can buy the base model car and enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. I'd love to have a ZR1, a ZR1X, a Z06, the wide body, even an E-Ray. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
I like the wide bodies, let me tell you.
I bet you do.
Speaking of dynos, do you know what a dyno really is?
Dinosaur?
No, you said dyno. What
Yeah,
is it?
yeah. You can check the brake horsepower and the torque and stuff. You get the numbers.
Check this out. My dad made one before they existed.
That's a very weird statement.
So my dad and one of his buddies made a dyno back before dynos were a thing.
Yeah.
And they were trying to sell it and get the company started and all this stuff. But then my father passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, dude, my dad was making dynos back before dynos existed.
Was he making dino nuggets? You know, those chicken nuggets that they're
You
shaped
know what
like
I'm saying?
dinosaurs?
Come on, man.
Oh, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, good answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just random information I've never told anyone in my life, and you start talking about chicken nuggets.
Well, everybody knows that a chicken nugget shaped like a dinosaur tastes better than a regular chicken nugget.
That is true.
That's the thing that we're talking about here.
Presence.
No, that's
Presence
very important.
Makes it all
Okay,
worthwhile.
it's very important. That statement about you don't stop playing games because you get old. You get old because you stop playing games.
You're old, yeah, we get it.
Dipping a dino nugget in ketchup
Mashed
is
potato
more
volcano.
fun,
Yeah.
even if your kid isn't there
Yeah.
or your grandkid, is more fun than a regular nugget.
And that is why guys watch cartoons
Yeah.
and play games and work on cars
Yes,
and play
exactly.
baseball and all
And when
this
you have
nonsense.
a chicken nugget shaped like the state of Florida,
Yeah.
chicken tender, or any of that stuff, you're doing, animals in front of a projector screen or whatever you're doing there, all that stuff, you can't lose that stuff, that edge, that funny. You've got to do that. You got to practical jokes and sending gag gifts and stuff like that.
And memes. And
Memes. You have to keep all that stuff going.
Yeah.
All right. You get one life. I want to live a memorable life. I want to be remembered. You remember that time? You remember that time? That's who I want to be. The life of the party, the guy who's got the fun, cool toys, who takes the risks, who says the jokes. That's who I want to be. I still have to have respect for my wife and her situation, being married to a lunatic like me, but she'll be okay.
I agree. You're a lunatic.
Speaking of that, let's see what we got here.
Also, speaking of comedy, let's talk about stand-up comedy here.
Oh, I did.
You did stand-up a couple days ago, and you did not write your own set.
I wrote some of it.
You stole jokes from a really hot chick with big knockers on Instagram, and that's not cool.
I don't know if that's accurate.
For this show, you need to write your own.
All right, I'm going to write my own material. So I'm good at, taking some criticism.
Like, here we go. Here's the only joke I can ever remember. Are you ready?
3 hours.
What did the 0 say to the 8?
I don't know.
Nice belt. I didn't say it was good, but kids love it.
I don't know what that means.
What did the 0
Right?
say to the 8? Nice belt.
Yeah.
You squeeze the belt, make it tighter.
I like pickup lines. Here, we got a few good ones.
Knock,
here, right?
knock. Who's there? Me. What's your number?
That's not bad.
It's not bad. On the fly.
It's like, is that a mirror in your pocket? Because I can see myself in your pants.
That's done a million times over.
Yeah, but that's not that bad.
But you took it from somewhere else.
Hey, ladies, I put the STD in stud.
I just need the U. Oh. Yeah, I've heard that before.
All right, what? I got what?
Everything's recycled. You got to be new, man. You got to be fresh.
Oh. I didn't put the whole one here. I can hear your thoughts. I don't know.
All right, so I'll tell you what. There's this dude at the comedy show that made a joke about ugly chicks and how he puts the trash bag on their head.
Fun.
And you and
That
I
could have been better.
You and I both looked at each other and were like, "There's something there," and he did not get it.
Yeah.
You know? And I wrote like a 5-page paper on how good the joke could have been.
I go to Grumpy's Underground. Duggo comes with me to stand up, and most of the time I write all my own jokes. This last time I tried some that I heard, and look, you got to do that stuff, and it was a mistake. So I'm just going to write all my own stuff. I can do that.
Knock.
And I'm not great at it, but I'm working on being better. I did win one night. I won the best
$10 prize, baby,
of the night. But it was interesting. The people in the audience either didn't like the jokes this time, or they knew that they were. It's not like I stole them and said they were mine. I just read them off a piece of paper.
My favorite joke of yours is about.
I don't know if you can repeat it.
It's about the disability, the women's disability. Do you think you could share it with the crowd?
No. That's
is it too
joke.
good? It's too good. Yeah, don't share it. Don't share it.
I guess
you
that's
could.
tricky when you want to be uninhibited on this show. What? No, I don't know if I can say that one.
Why can't you? They're going to copy
there's certain things like...
Dude, user number 3798012.
No, you got to talk about everything, but you've also got to watch it. You can't say something negative about your spouse. You can do generalities. Your wife has too many shoes.
Gotcha.
She's always getting lost driving. She's late for everything.
There's a time and a place for that joke.
No, but you just got to watch it. Leveling people and taking them out like that, and also that's tricky, and that's something you'll figure out as we do this. What's appropriate, what's not. It's not Howard Stern. You don't want to just go for it and just go nuts and say, my neighbor lives at this address is a douche, even though I am going to do some of that.
You know what amazes me about Howard Stern? He's like 8 feet tall.
He's 6'5" at least.
That's crazy. He's huge.
That is interesting. That he's got that. If he didn't have that, would he be as successful?
I thought he was like a 5 foot tall dude.
Well, you know what's interesting? I'm obsessed with celebrity heights. I know
it's weird. It's weird.
Fred Norris, his main programmer, engineer on the show, is 6'2". Those people who are similar heights, they're in a different category. Like Kevin Nealon and Conan O'Brien, I listen to them all the time. They're buddies. Conan's 6'5", Kevin Nealon's 6'4". I got two friends who are both 6'2", and they have like a different relationship than I do with them. Like they're up higher or something like that.
Well, I think that's why Napoleon is so amazing, right?
Well,
because he's only like Napoleon's French.
Napoleon Dynamite?
No, Napoleon the French.
John Hader. Is Pedro there?
Come on, the general dude.
Pedro, I gotta get a Napoleon.
You know who Napoleon is? The general.
I know what he means. The French guy.
And he's only like 3 feet tall, but he's a general, and everybody listened to him.
That's got to be tough to be that short. I'm fortunate that I'm not tall. I wish I was tall, but that I'm not that short. I'm like 5'8". That's a tricky one. I bet in the future you can make yourself taller.
Dude, you got to be like, listen, I'm only 5'8", but look at my girth, and you're like,
no,
you show how wide you show how wide.
Like Kevin Hart, how does he do that? I don't know.
Comedy.
He's like 5'3".
He's so funny and so loud.
Do you think in the background he's like insecure?
No,
he's like. Remember Prince? So Prince, the musician, was wearing like massive heels because he was 5'3".
I think Prince is 100% alpha, manly, more secure than anybody, and that's why he pulled it off.
I've heard people talk about that.
But then like Kevin. No, I think you're right. I think he might be insecure, and that's why he's so loud and so funny to compensate.
I've heard people talk about Prince like that. Like he came out of nowhere, and women didn't know what to do with him. He's wearing more makeup than them, but
he would just bitch slap you.
They all wanted to screw him.
Yeah.
There's guys, there's guys like Chris Hemsworth, Henry Cavill, Adam Levine, which of course every woman wants to be with. And then there's people like Prince, who you're like, Prince is shorter than your kid. Like, why would you? But he had that thing. So I'm sure that he did some damage in his
Henry
day.
Cavill, though, was pretty hot.
Yeah.
And
My wife said that. My wife said that one day. She's like, that Superman is very good looking. And I'll be like, hey, I'm going to help you pack.
I know the moment
that you're leaving.
I know the moment that he got me. He was coming out of the water with the muscles and the beard. And I was like, you got to be kidding me.
You know what's so funny?
$1 million for the ladies.
I guarantee more men we were talking about that today. I guarantee more men have watched that scene than women. Yeah. Like, we're talking about Marcus Schenkenberg, who nobody knows. I'm dating myself here. In the 90s, became the first male supermodel. And I remember watching a documentary on him. And the photographer said, you don't get it. Women are not watching him. It's the homosexual men that they're providing the dollars that's funding his massive career. And they're right that Henry Cavill got himself in some shape. And Schwarzenegger talks about that, is you can't buy it. You can have a billionaire, but they got to do the work in the gym. That Henry Cavill, man, he does the work. He's a tremendous dude. He should be the next Bond.
He might, and that'd be amazing. He's interesting though because like men, it's not a gay thing or straight thing. It's an appreciation thing. I appreciate your vet. You know what I mean? A woman doesn't. I appreciate Henry Cavill's dedication to his muscles. A woman doesn't. It's a sexual thing at that point, right? So like, I appreciate a dude with a nice mustache because like, I don't have time to grow those handlebar mustaches. You know what I mean? And so I think dudes appreciate other dudes and it comes across as a gay or straight thing, but it's not. It's just like manpower as opposed to girl
I get
power,
what you're
you know
saying.
what I mean?
Yeah, when I look at Henry Cavill coming out of the water, I'm not like, man, I wish I was alone with him
It was a sexy
in a
scene.
shower.
Yeah.
I'm like, look at the shape the dude got in. How
Good
impressive
muscles.
is that?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Wonderful that the director, and I remember listening to the director talk about that. See, he's like, that guy got in such good shape, we were not going to not do a scene.
Yeah.
So we crowbarred in a scene that was
Mhm.
unnecessary just to show. And that's how it should be in every way, because he's Superman. He's not supposed to look like any other man.
Yeah, and so for me, it was the beard more than the muscles. Let me tell you why.
Now we're going over the cliff
No.
here. Doug's
It's-
swinging
no,
a leg
listen.
over the fence.
Listen, ladies. It's this. Check
Ladies, Doug's
it out. Listen,
putting from the
ladies.
rough.
All right. When you're fighting aliens and you're throwing buses at people, of course your muscles are going to get bigger because you're working out.
Yeah.
And then you're not going to have time to shave. Who has time to shave when they're fighting aliens? Right? So it's like an honest representation of a man, a Superman, leveling up. He's like, I got big muscles. I don't have time to shave. I'm kicking butt and taking names. You know, that's cool stuff.
If you're looking for
Yeah.
Doug-O and his bad movie
Woo.
references, he'll be at Savoy or Southern Nights.
Yeah, like, you know, there's this one time in this movie. Savoy was great. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not into it, but it was fun.
Good times.
For those of you that don't know, Savoy is a gay bar. It was the first time
Dude, that
I've
place
ever been
is
to a gay
so
bar.
much fun.
I was super pissed off that no guy hit on me
Dude,
or asked me for
The gay
like, to give
dudes
me a
are
beer.
having so much
Yeah.
fun. So much more fun than anybody else. We went to another bar right next door.
Horrible.
It was a ghost town.
Straight bars are
It
like,
was
I can't talk
terrible.
to her. Let me watch
Dude,
baseball.
that bar was
Gay
so much fun.
bars,
The funniest thing
everybody
is,
was
we
fun.
go in the bar, and like 3 seconds later, Doug-O's best friend comes running up and straddles him. We're
That did happen. That did
like,
happen.
Doug's like, "Well,
I was like,
I'm not going to know anyone in here." It's like his entire Facebook friend list was in there in the bar.
I do have a couple gay friends. I'm totally straight.
Yeah.
I like the ladies, but yeah, my friend came up and hugged me. I was like, oh my God.
That was enough for the whole night. But that was such a good time. That was such a
Oh
good
man,
time.
that was funny.
Yeah.
Great timing comedy wise, let me tell you.
Yeah, that was clutch, man. That was huge.
Well, listen, we're having a great birthday. We hope you guys are having a good time listening to the show. We're trying to make some good content for you. We're having a lot of buzz balls and soju and rum and coke and all kinds of craziness. And this guy's making stupid, what are these called? Impressions. Do one more before we close it out for the night. Pick one. No more Dr. Phil.
See you at the party, Richter.
See you at the party.
What?
Kindergarten cop number 5.
Not a boomer at all.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Have a great one.
Yeah.